welcome to the Marina Show. I'm having way too much fun. Why? Because I lead a happy life. Well, that's not completely true, but let's pretend. How does one have a happy, joyful life without needless suffering? Today, we're going to explore that theme on the Marina Show, because I feel like if you're a teenager or even if you're an adult watching this show, you get yourself into certain social situations where you're just like, oh my gosh, this is so dramatic, or you're suffering about something, or you've let people hurt you in your own life. I see that a lot with young women. They feel very hurt, very insecure. People say things to them and they harbor it forever. For example, think of a comment that somebody has said to you before in your life that has really hurt you. I'm sure you can think of one right now. Think of something that someone just kind of muttered without really thinking about it, and it kind of like bounced onto you and really hurt you. Okay, I'm going to give you a second to think about that comment. Okay, excellent. I hope you have the comment in your head. Okay? For example, I'm not going to say mine because I don't want to bring any bad energy towards anybody that said that to me. But I think it's really important that you think about that comment because it's going to help with the exercise we're going to do. I found this book called The 4 Agreements, okay? And it is a book about 4 agreements that you make with yourself in order to find personal freedom, happiness, and joy in your own social interactions. So what's this book about? It starts off with the premise of an agreement. I know that sounds like something very basic, but let's look at that. An agreement is something that you make with somebody else. Everything you believe in your life is an agreement. You make an agreement towards it. Girls, for example, people tell you stuff, and the minute you believe it, you've made an agreement to believe it. A huge example of that in society is that skinny is the only kind of beautiful. You can only be beautiful and precious in the sight of society if you are skinny and have a nice body. That is a certain truth. It's what we called a manufactured truth, okay? So if you believe that you're skinny, or if you believe someone's skinny, and that's what beauty is, you have made an agreement to that truth. Okay, so our lives consist of a whole set of agreements that we make to things that people tell us. People tell us, this is what success looks like. This is what beauty looks like. This is what health looks like. And we agree to those things. Some of them are true. Some of them are socially constructed, and we make those kinds of agreements. So, what I'm here to say is that some of these agreements that we make from our very, very young childhood are actually negative things, full of negative energy that don't help us but actually cause us needless suffering. So what we're going to try to do today on the Marina Show is erase any negative agreements that we've made, like the examples I made before, and restore them with 4 new agreements, okay? So we're going to start off with agreement number 1. And I'm going to explain why we should make this agreement and how this agreement can change our lives as Christian people. Okay? So agreement number 1 is, let me check my book. This is a really hard one, especially for girls, even so for men. Okay? This agreement is called, be impeccable with your word. What does that mean? We're going to try that one more time. Be impeccable with your word. Let's try to dissect that and we'll talk about what it means. So being impeccable with your word means this. The word impeccable, what does it mean? Impeccable comes from a Latin word which means sin. Impeccable means without sin. It is something that is flawless. It is something that is perfect. It is something that does not go against itself. That's what sin is. It's something that goes against itself. It misses the mark, okay? So being impeccable with your words means never using your words to destroy or go against yourself or anybody else. This is agreement number 1 to leading a very happy and fulfilled life. So let's talk about why this is important. Let's give examples why I'm telling you to agree to this, okay? So what I want you guys to know is, as humans, among many other things, what makes us different from animals is that we have the ability to speak. We have the ability to communicate with words. Words are actually one of the most powerful mechanisms in the entire world, okay? Words are actually something that you can use to destroy or something that you can use to create, okay? I can destroy you with my words. I can destroy your reputation with my words. I can destroy your self-confidence, your self-esteem with just my lips, with just my words, okay? And I can also create you with just my words and just what I say, all right? Let's give an example. Because sometimes words are not actually the truth, but they create a certain agreement, a certain kind of truth, okay? For example, a mom has had a terribly long day at work. She's a lawyer. I'm not a mom, but I am wanting to be a lawyer one day. Anyways, so a mom has had a horrible day at the office. All these clients are complaining to her. She missed the train. She had to come home late. She's buried under paperwork. It's like 8:30. She's supposed to be home at 6. Her daughter, who is full of joy, full of happiness, full of childlike innocence, is so excited to see her mother. So her mother opens the door of the house, walks in, and the daughter starts singing these beautiful songs because she's so excited to see her mom, and she's lathering her with hugs and kisses. And so the mom says hello, whatever, but she's got a really, really, really bad headache. But the daughter continues to sing and is uber excited and uber happy. And the mom is just like, I cannot handle this. I'm sure you guys have all experienced this with your parents when they're just so annoyed and tired and they have a really bad headache. So the mom turns to her daughter and she's like, be quiet, you have an ugly voice. And the daughter just went back and became quiet. And for the rest of her life, this daughter believed that she had an ugly voice because the person that she looked up to most in the entire world believed what? She made her make that agreement that she had an ugly voice. Was that the truth? No. She had a beautiful voice with a beautiful potential. But because her mother said, be quiet, you have an ugly voice, she believed that. So she grew up to have self-esteem problems, didn't speak in class, was scared to use the microphone. All of these potential things she could have been amazing at was shattered by the words of her mother. And what did her mom do? She didn't slap her. She didn't abuse her. She didn't do anything to her. She just said, be quiet, you have an ugly voice. Okay? Do you see the power of your words to destroy something that can be amazing? Okay? As Christian people, we are called to create, to shine our light, to accept the sunlight when it calls us. Okay? We cannot call ourselves Christians and not be impeccable with our words. Okay? And ever since I've read this book, I've been trying, and it's so difficult. Every time you speak, you have to say, am I creating something or am I destroying something? Okay? You must use your words in the direction of truth and love. You have the power to do that as a Christian. Because when you do not use that in that direction, you are actually going against yourself. If I speak negatively about Susie, and I say, Susie this, Susie that, I'm actually going against myself because I'm sending her something called emotional poison. I am poisoning Susie's reputation. I am sending her poisonous energy. And when you do that to somebody, not only are you destroying a piece of them, you're destroying yourself. You're going against yourself because that is going to be reflected back onto you. All right? So, to summarize this first agreement that we're going to make with ourselves is to be impeccable with our words. It is to say only what we mean and know that we have the ability to filter what we are saying out, okay? So, I'm going to read it to you in a way that summarizes it far better than I do, okay? So, be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. It's something so simple. And I'm actually, for girls and for guys too who like the artist or the actress Audrey Hepburn, she actually has a beautiful quote that I want to end off this segment with. She says, for beautiful lips, speak words of kindness. For attractive eyes, or for lovely eyes, see the good in people. Okay? So today we are focused on making our words lovely to create ourselves, to not say things negatively against ourselves, and to create other people, because we have the power to do this as Christians. We'll see you next time on The Marina Show.